Alright guys, welcome to episode not too sure.
I think it's 14.
Yeah, it's either 14 or 15. So we're out on the road again today. We've been to 2 properties and dropped off some feed for some animals, and I haven't brought Stitch with me because Carly likes him better and I got jealous.
Because he lets me do fun things.
Yeah, he doesn't tell you off, he doesn't talk as much.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you want to...
Yeah, so we've just been out. We've gone and donated, what was it called? Combi...
Oh, it's the
Combi chaff?
chaff.
Chaff.
So it's a combination of oat chaff and lucerne stuff, and that's what this particular person uses for their horses. So we found that out and dropped that off.
And they're actually Brumbies. They're rescue horses that she was having trouble feeding. So we've gone and left 3 bags for her and a bag of chook food and
A bag of the cattle.
Yeah, cattle and sheep.
Cattle and sheep pellets.
Because she's got sheep too. So then we came out to this place and did a bit of 4-wheel driving in the 2-wheel drive ute.
Yeah, it's good old mighty Falcon ute.
Yeah, they go everywhere, man.
It's dragged a little bit, but it's gotten through.
It loves it. It's like, let me at it.
Yeah.
But I do need a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. Need that 4-wheel drive, Carly?
Sponsor me. Need to get on to Simon about that.
You want one of his?
Yes,
Yeah.
Simon. Sponsor me. So yeah, we've just been out to this property and dropped off 4 big bags of, what were they? Sheep.
It's the cattle and sheep replacement pellets. Yep.
And we got to see all the cows. They are so cute. One of them let me pat them.
They are still underway.
They are so cute. You guys enjoy? Gave them half a bag over the fence and they were just loving it. And got some dog bickies and some pig's ears for the dog, of course.
Yes, because we're with Carly.
Yeah, you can never forget the dogs. We got you bickies. You have to wait for your dad to come home. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, so the first property we went to today is another one around Alexandra, and now this one's out. I won't say too much. We're out Yea Way.
Outside, at the outskirts of Yea.
Yeah, and we couldn't get in the front gate because they're not home. So we've had to go through the paddocks through a side gate, and so that's made for a bit of fun. And I'll
showing them how it's done in the 2-wheel drive ute. Oh, look, run over a tree. There was a big stump in my way. Tim's running. Should just leave him behind. Around the car. Oh. Oops. Pay attention, Carly. That's a big hole.
And I'll get some footage on the way out of the mighty Falcon doing a bit of bush bashing.
Tearing it up.
Yep.
He's got this huge big smile on his face. He's having a ball. What a dad. He's scratched underneath a log. We might have to get Timmy some decent gear. He wants to be a videographer. He's bloody all over the shop. Loves it. You just see you You just see you like zipping through the bush. And he was worried that we wouldn't get through here. He was going to make us just drop it at the fence. That's how boring he is sometimes. Oh, he's like my gate Bart. Hey, gate Bart. All right, this is a big ditch. Listen for crunching noises. Oh, I think I did it. We also helped another lady yesterday. We donated a bale of hay. Funnily enough, she lives just up the road here. Didn't know that we were coming back out here again. But she's over the moon with her bale of hay. So thank you everyone who is donating to the cause and allowing us to do this, because sitting around and seeing all of these farmers really struggling, it's been really hard on me, really bad on my heart. And so being able to do things, even small things just like this, has been really helpful to keep my spirits up and warm my heart a little bit.
Yeah. I enjoy it, and like I said, we've helped hobby farmers and also a primary production farmer. We gave him a bit of a hand as well, so we're very inclusive.
Rainbow tick.
And yeah, with the GoFundMe, if you guys a bit suspicious of those sorts of things, and I get it if you are, I typically am. Carly's keeping all the receipts and stuff like that, so
down to the cent.
Yep.
So I'm putting that all public, so you'll see where the money's going. And if there's some left over at the end of this, because I don't know how long this is going to go for, but I'm keen to keep it going for a while. I like doing this stuff.
Well, at least until spring.
Yeah, well, if there's money left over at the end, we'll donate it to Aussie Hay Runners, or Need for Feed, or whatever,
or a wildlife shelter,
or maybe. A wildlife shelter.
Might share it out a little bit.
Something like that. We'll talk about that and put it to a vote at the end of all this. But for now, we'll just keep accumulating the money. And if you know someone who is doing it a little bit tough, and it's not, we're not giving hundreds, or it's a couple $100 help that we're able to provide. We're not saving people's farms, but letting them know that there's a community out there who actually care and want to help them. So yeah,
we're not saving farms. We might, because the whole analogy of the straw that broke the camel's back is that eventually there's that last straw, as little as that weighs, but that's the one that snaps the back. And so to an extent, we're...
And it might have been that last $300 that they needed and they didn't have to buy pallets. So...
Yeah, $300 is kind of change when you're doing farming, particularly for primary production, but it's still hard money to come by.
Yep.
And it's more about that gives the farmers a little bit more option. It gives them another week or two to figure out if they need to move animals on.
Yeah.
Or hold on to different stock, and just gives them a little bit more time. I think that's what it is, and just mentally. Yeah,
and knowing that people actually care.
Yeah.
That there's people out there who are watching, and they're seeing all this, and they want to help. I think that's a massive big part of this is community. And I'm always banging on about community, but that's what it comes down to, is community.
Yeah. So now on a will we do a slight change of subject, or?
Yeah.
So just on that one, guys. So the GoFundMe, if you want to help out, even $10 here or there, it all adds up. We can do something with it.
And if you know someone who needs some help, or you need some help, please send me an email. I'll put the email address in the description. Like I said, we can't save your farm, but we can, a couple $100 worth of feed. We can come out and deliver it. And and it's anonymous. We keep everyone's names out of it. We keep properties where we've gone out of it.
Yep.
So Okay.
All right. Well, I thought we probably should discuss a little bit. So I'm more heavily involved in the ARU now.
Yeah.
So thanks, thanks for that, Carly.
It's fun.
Look, so I've spoken with a few of the guys in the ARU. I quite like them. I'm quite excited to be working with them on this battle. So the ARU, for those of you who may not be aware, that's the Australian Recreation Union, and they are basically, it's the Victorians against the Great Forest National Park getting organised and at a federal level. So it's
Yeah.
all that access to the outdoors. It's your horse riders, your people just want to take dogs camping. It's your hunters, four-wheel drivers, prospectors, all of that. We want to defend all of that, but at an organised level that
Under one umbrella.
yeah.
And I'm the Victorian lead, so we've got, so there's me and Tim, and we've got someone else that we haven't quite announced yet, but you'll be very, very stoked about.
Yeah.
We'll wait for him to put his announcement out when he's ready, but yeah, the ARU is doing some incredible things. They've just put in a submission for the WA, the gun laws. They put in a big long submission for that for the WA people. There's been a few things for New South Wales and Queensland, so we've got a lot of states covered, but we're just starting up. So
And there is another organisation with a similar name for those in WA.
yeah, I don't know if they've launched their name yet or not.
Yeah, so just be careful. So it's the Australian Recreation Union, ARU.
You.
Yeah.
There's another one that's got a different last letter, so it could get quite confusing.
It could be confusing and it's frustrating, but hopefully we can work well with other groups like that.
Yeah,
And hopefully they don't actually go ahead with that name, because it's
Yeah.
a problem, but
It is.
you know, you do what you can.
Well, we have reached out to them, and
Yeah.
we'll just see what happens. But yeah, so the ARU's been established since last year. So they started out, they're actually a registered organisation. We've got merch and everything that will help us if you're wanting to get a hoodie or something like that. That helps fund all of this stuff, because we're not doing GoFundMes or anything like that to start up an organisation. It's all volunteers at the moment. We're all volunteering our time. Tim and I are volunteers. It's going to be, I'm going to start up at the Vic Branch Facebook page, and they've got a YouTube channel that we'll be uploading some updates to regularly about what we've been doing and how you can get involved and what's happening in the legislation space, and what new attacks are coming and what to watch for. And yeah, so we're actively keeping an eye on things.
We've got organisations that are starting to
Yeah.
help support a few businesses and stuff. So if you're in New South Wales and you're thinking about going out and buying a new gun or some camping gear, I can't remember the name of the shop, but if you look up the ARU... Brackenware.
Very...
They're doing 10% off if you're an ARU member.
I think there was another one.
It'll be up on the website.
Yeah, it's up on the website. You can get 10% off even if you're buying a rifle.
So if you spend $20 to become a member, then you could save hundreds of dollars if you're shopping there. So it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Save money, become a member.
Yeah, $20 for membership. It's nothing. You'd spend that on a pie and a coffee.
Yeah.
These days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to have to increase those charges as we go along. But for now, it's a $20 for a year. So get in while you can.
So that's the ARU front, and I guess a little bit me getting teamed up with you, and they're also communicating a lot with politicians, trying to find out who stands where on what.
Yeah.
So that, that's the political side of things that people don't want to do. Hopefully we can make an easy little checklist.
A
chart for you. Just let you know where individual politicians stand on different issues.
Yeah, whether they're for gun rights or, for, bush access, stuff like that. So we'll have that ready before the next before the next election.
Because you can have some that'll be very good that aren't about locking up the bush, but they might not want to support hunters.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to recognise who that is and then place them in your preferences accordingly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and there's also people that we can, the way that we do it with the political side of things is we're lobbying. And we've got people on the inside keeping an eye out for this legislation that's gonna harm the outdoor rec community. So they come to us and they say, hey, this is coming up and you need to email a campaign to all these people, and we can get people on the ground moving and being loud and making noise, and that's you people. So that's super exciting to be doing that. It's going to be so fun to be just a legit cause, not just a Facebook group. Like we've gotten so far with just being a Facebook group. Like we're government stakeholders for public land, but just being a Facebook group. But being a registered organisation is exciting.
Yep. And look, that's all you guys getting behind the Facebook group. Those of you who have joined up with the ARU and those of you who will. That's how we start winning this thing. The ARU gets a bit bigger, they get a bit more money behind them, they can help fund campaigns and things like that. And this is, the left side of politics has all this in the bag already.
Yes.
Our side, and when I say the left, I mean the far, the just cover everything in solar panels and try to starve the farmers.
Yeah.
Those extremists, they have all these organisations
websites
and stuff
set
helping
up
them out
that send out emails. Like you've just got to put in your details, and they send off emails with nothing. You don't even have to put anything in. It's just your name. They've got all this stuff. These campaigns down pat. So
our side doesn't really have much of that, and that's the ARU wants to plug some of that, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's not going to be able to take on the whole lot, but it's going to be a big part of it, I hope.
Well, if enough people get behind it, we will be able to take on everything. Like that's what the organisation's set up to do.
What it's for.
Is to be able to take on everything and to be a big umbrella over all of the organisations that are currently fighting for the single rights, within their groups, where we could just be one huge big community that are, fighting for each other's rights. So whether you're a prospector and you're going to be helping the hunting, like firearm owners, or firearm owners are helping keep the bush open for campers, there's power in numbers. And if you guys, if this is something that you think will be beneficial for Victoria and Australia, jump on board, grab a membership, support us.
Yeah, get some merch. Hopefully they bring out some camo stuff soon.
Yeah. But just support us, and we're ready to take this as far and wide as we need to. We just need the ability to do it, and that comes from people like you. So I'm excited of how far we can take it and how big we can make it. I think it's really exciting times. And Tim's with me.
So I'm sucked in on that one too now, but I'm excited about it. I actually am.
It took you a while though.
I'm wary of organisations. I've been involved in some shooting organisations and stuff.
It even took me a while.
Yeah, but meeting the guys just through Zoom and seeing what they've already been doing, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty confident.
It's grassroots.
So,
it's where there's not a lot of money in the bank, but
it's their own money.
It's their own money. They've put their own money into this to buy the merch, to put into the stuff. So these guys, they are legit. They're down to earth. They just want to mobilise and use their expertise in certain areas to open up for all the other outdoor rec groups. So we're just constantly fighting each other's battles. So
it's good. Is there anything else we need to touch on, or we still waiting to see what happens with the Great Forest National Park
the
and
minister,
all that? So We're in waiting on that, guys. Don't disappear. The fight will pick up again, or may pick up again later on, and we'll need you to be ready.
So the ministers said that he would drop it, his report, anywhere between I think it was September.
Yeah.
So that's when they're going to come out and say basically, you know, what the investigation has come up with from all of the VAC, and which VAC would have just said make it a national park because that's all they do. But the Great Outdoors Task Force, what they've said, what they've heard from the community, and whether this will be turned into a national park or not, basically. So we could be needing to rally the numbers very fast in that situation if they do go one way, but it could just go the other way and they say, no, we're not doing any of that, and this is how we're doing it. And we can all just...
Yeah, we can look. They might just try to put some restrictions in, and as we've always said, we'll defend all the other organisations. So if they say, oh, look, we just want to get rid of, say, prospecting, then our fight continues.
Yeah.
Even though I don't do much prospecting, I know my daughter likes collecting pretty stones out of the river.
But it doesn't matter. It's their right.
We'll be fighting for their right to pick up a little gold nugget out of the ground. I mean,
Yeah, that's what it comes down to is individual people's rights.
Absolutely.
And you guys have the right to do what you want respectfully out in the bush. So we'll be fighting for all those causes and all those groups.
So I think that's about all. That's about caught up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do something that's unusual for me. I'm going to shut up. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll shut up.
Thanks, guys.